For the record, I'm Jezlan. Dates that are original. Dates that are creative, but by no means have to be completely out of the box. Guys don't have to feel a lot of pressure to be crazy or completely out of the ordinary or scary, but just something that makes them feel like their best selves. I've been on some really cool dates. Okay, so let me give you a couple. Number one, I went hiking and I did a waterfall hike. I was completely terrified. I'm not much of a hiker, but it was incredible. Not only did I conquer a major fear by scaling rocks and seeing these waterfalls, but we did something together that was unique. It wasn't just a dinner, but I've also been on incredible dinners that weren't just your ordinary commercial chain restaurant or the latest and greatest, everybody's going here or there, but something we could experience together, a unique dining experience. I've also tried things or done inspired things, created things together, painted or done creative dates where we got to create something together, and I thought that was really fun. It's tough, to be completely honest, to do a solid approach at a bar. Just don't make an obvious statement. Make a good, solid conversation, and I'm open to approach. I just don't think there's one solid approach that works for me personally, because at a bar, it's tough because you're going to be approached, but just don't be creepy about it or touch me, not right off the bat. During the day, if a guy's going to approach me, I want it to be extremely casual and real. Just a calm, cool energy and something I can relate to, whether it's something about their day or the place we're at. Just good, simple conversation, to be honest, or even something cute and honest, like if I didn't at least say hi to you, I'd regret it for the rest of the day. And that honesty, I think, is completely endearing. What would make me reject a guy? Well, honestly, complete and utter disrespect or disregard. That's the main thing that would make me reject someone. I will give pretty much anyone a chance, unless I'm honestly not attracted to you and I'm doing the both of us a favor and just saying this isn't going to work for either one of us. But if you disrespect me, I'll reject you. I won't disrespect you, but I'll let you know it's not going to happen. I think a man being disrespectful to me would just be maybe the verbiage he's using in approaching me, or if he feels it's appropriate to grab or grope me or make assumptions about me or belittle me as a woman, just not respecting who I am or my space. I think that's disrespecting. Fashion for a man is so important to me, not only because I've spent so many years in fashion, but because really first impressions do count, and it's a great way for a man to express himself. First thing I notice mainly is probably a guy's jeans. I don't know why, but a guy's jeans speak so much for himself. So if they're too short, if they're too tight, if they're faded in a certain way, if they're ripped or they're torn, they say so much. I'm not saying you have to rock a $300 pair of designer jeans, but they do say a lot about a guy. I definitely want them to fit. I definitely want their ass to look good. And maybe a little more, you know. I like a guy who works hard, you know, not too pretty, a little pretty, but not too much. A little faded, just good material, you know. None of these like rough, stiff jeans that are a little too short, you know, like the old school Wranglers. No offense, Wrangler. But, you know, just a good pair of jeans. Every guy's got to have them. A kiss on a first date. I've never done it. I have never kissed a guy on a first date. I don't think I've ever been comfortable enough to kiss a guy on a first date, probably because I've always wanted them to work for it a little more. And I'm a little bit old-fashioned, but I want to get to know them a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Now, I'm not speaking for all girls, because some girls and some guys are comfortable with that, and that's fine. But, and some guys should go for it. But I will definitely cheek you. And that's okay. That doesn't mean I don't want you to try for it a second time, but I will definitely turn my head and let you kiss me right here, right here. I don't kiss on the first date. Now, I think there's a reason for a guy to call for the first date or to text you for the first date. Now, let me clarify. If the guy is going to call for the first date, it's because he already knows you. And if there's already some sort of relationship involved or friendship involved, then it's a safe zone. I do appreciate a call because there's something old-fashioned about a voice, and there's something respectful in that. I might send you to voicemail though, just because I'm too scared to answer the call. However, if I've just met you and giving you my number on the street or at the bar, it's definitely appropriate. If you feel comfortable, you've had enough of a rapport in a conversation where you feel like you could call me, call me. But if the conversation hasn't been long enough and the relationship isn't there, a text is completely appropriate, and you can text me and you can set up a date at that point via text, and that's completely okay. Where can a guy touch me? Well, if you're new to my life, like you're trying to pick me up, the small of the back. A girl loves to be touched in the small of her back. Or lightly on her hand, maybe her arm, but her back, it'll get a girl every time. I don't think you can say there's one important part of a man's personality, because there are so many factors to consider, really. For me, loyalty, humor, confidence, charisma, there's so many things that make up a strong man, a man that I would consider dating. I don't think there's one thing that you could consider the most important. I've considered having a one-night stand, but I've never done it because I've never trusted any man enough to give myself to him for one night. And I don't think I ever would. The most interesting topic of conversation for me is something that's completely ungeneric, out of the blue and true to you. Not where you from, not what you do, not how much money you make. It's what do you want from life? Where have you been? Who you are? What do you like to do? What makes you who you are? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to talk about, or laugh about, or cry about. I get so bored if people aren't honest with me. If people give me what they think I want to hear, because I'm bored with untruths. I'm bored with surface level. That's boring to me because I want honesty. I don't want to waste my time because that bores me. My dream guy is honestly a stable creative. In whatever sense that means to him. He is an artist and he is, I don't want to say a businessman, but he is able to provide for himself in whatever means that means to him. Freedom to me is incredibly sexy. That's what art is to me. And so when I say a man who is creative, a man who is a stable creative is a man who is able to provide for himself and who has the ability to be free and to be an artist and to have the ability to expand and not live in any kind of bounds in order to do that. What turns me on the most is confidence. Pure confidence and fun. I don't think there's a certain place or time or activity or saying that specifically turns me on, but it's a way a man makes me feel when he is confident in himself and when he is having fun. That is a turn on to me. A guy doesn't have to make a lot of money to be attractive. A guy just has to be confident in what he's able to provide. That's attractive. When I say provide, I mean provide for himself, provide for his lifestyle. I don't mean provide for me. Just provide for him because I think that leads to a man's confidence. I would definitely date a virgin. Now, I haven't dated a virgin since I was a virgin. Don't tell my mother. But I would definitely consider it. I don't see why not. If he has no issues with it, I would have no issues with it. There's always room to explore, right? I know women love confidence because women want to be in love with a man who knows who he is. And confidence alludes to that. Women can trust, or women feel that we can trust a man who knows who he is. And a man who is confident, seemingly, is a man who knows who he is. All women want a man who we can trust. I think that's priority and our top 5. Trust is a huge priority for women, and that comes along with confidence. We trust confidence. Men apparently know what they want. They're confident, they're assured, they have direction. We can trust them, supposedly. They will provide, they have a sense of themselves. They're confident. They can lead us, we feel safe. They will be our partner. They're someone we can go through life with. They're not lost or still growing as you would assume a boy is.